Amazing. Hello, NAMI California friends. Here we are. Welcome to Santa Monica. I just want to pull up one thing. And before I get started, if you have a journal or piece of paper, and a writing utensil handy, that's helpful. But if not, you can definitely use the chat box as well. I just personally love to write things down. So give me 1 second here. And just big thank you to Anastasia. I really just admire all of the work that you're doing and all of the helpful information that you touched on personally. You know, I'm going to be talking about these mindfulness tools and tips, and my morning routine first thing is not looking at that phone. It's practicing these. There we go. Trying to multitask. These tools and techniques. Okay, so before we get started, I put a link to a feelings wheel in the chat box. I would love, and you don't have to, but if you pulled up that wheel, took a quick look at it, and identified and just checked in with how you are feeling right now. I really believe it's so helpful to recognize what's going on, whether it be good or bad, because really acknowledging your emotions and where you're at in the present moment will help you manage them and help you move forward. So just take a little inventory of that right now. And while you guys do that, I'll just give you a little background on me. I am a representative of NAMI Westside Los Angeles, and I'm so grateful to be working here with NAMI California. So thank you again for having me. I have a background in yoga and mindfulness, and these holistic tools have been really essential in my journey with my mental health conditions. And so regardless of whether or not you are somebody that lives with a mental health condition, I really stress these practices and the importance of these practices, because I think it's safe to assume that we all experience stress, and especially given the climate of what we are going through right now. And these are just helpful tools that help bring your mind, body, heart all back into alignment, all back into the same space. So you're not as worried about the past or worried about the future. So with that being said, if you've identified where you're at right now, go back to that piece of paper, and I just want you to think of something that you would like to release, something you would like to let go of. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's self-doubt, maybe it's worry over something that hasn't happened, or a negative self-dialogue that you have going on, just something that you know is currently living in your body, but not that you identify with it, but knowing that it's moving through you. So I want you to write it down on paper, and then just crumple it up. Crumple it up, moving on from that. Amazing. This is hard because I can't see you guys, but if I'm moving too quickly, just let me know. And now whether you may be, oh, I love somebody messaged me in the chat box. Let me see this. I'm stressed, excited, interested. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Irene. And now whether you are in a seated position on the ground or in a chair, it does not matter. Just find a grounded position. So if you are in a chair, maybe soles of the feet to touch the ground. And if you're on the floor like me, maybe a cross-legged seated position, sitting on a pillow, something to support yourself. And now that you've identified that thing that you would like to get rid of and pass through you and just clear from your space, I now want you to think of something that you would like to cultivate in your life. Maybe it's feelings of peace. Maybe it's feelings of ease or more laughter in your day-to-day experience, or joy. And that I don't want you to crumble. That I just want you to write down and keep with you. And let that be your intention for our practice here together. The question, what would you like to cultivate in your life right now? A positive emotion, a positive feeling. Like I said, maybe it's joy, maybe it's more laughter in your day-to-day experience, or finding acceptance in day-to-day experiences. This will look different on everybody. And just keep that with you somewhere that you can see it. And then again, find your grounded position, whether it be in the chair or seated in a cross-legged seated position on the floor. And I just want you to reach your hands out in front of you and flex your fingers back. You have an inward rotation of your triceps, so moving towards the center line of your body with your shoulders relaxed down your back, really just stretching your wrist. It helps if you spread your fingers wide. This is great, especially if you've been on a lot of Zooms. We rarely stretch our wrist. And then as we start to take these postures and movements together, just try to bring your focus and attention to your breath. So even though your arms are extended, really paying attention to what that feels like as you take deep inhales and take deep exhales. Now take the counter stretch, pull it forward. So now you're doing opposite, stretching the wrist on the top part right here. And then gently rotate your wrist around in one direction. Flip your right palm over, pull your fingers back. Flip your left palm over, pull your fingers back. Interlace your hands, flip them around. Take a really deep inhale, reach your arms high. I know you can't see my wrist, but grab your right wrist, reach it over to the left for a side body stretch here on the right. Coming back to center, and then grab your left wrist, reaching it over to the right. And as we do one thing on one side of the body and the same thing on the other, just take an awareness and inventory to how it may feel different. We have two different hemispheres in our body, a right and a left. And just because we do one thing on one side doesn't mean it'll feel the same on the other. Take a deep inhale, cactus your arms so they're like a goalpost. Look up. And as you inhale, now bring your hands forward together at the top, round your back and look towards your belly button for your exhale. Come back to center, shake it out. Take your right arm, cross it over your body, pull it into your chest. I'll take your left arm, same thing on this side, pulling your left shoulder into your chest. Inhale your arms high again. Take your right hand, place it at the base of your neck, pull your elbow down. Reaching it high, switching it out, taking your left hand, pulling your elbow down. Inhale, reach it high. Take your right hand, place it outside of your left knee. Take your left hand behind you, twist it around, looking over your left shoulder. You should be not only getting a twist, but feeling a stretch in the right side of your neck. Come back to center. Left hand, place it outside of your right knee. Take your right hand, place look over your right shoulder. Come back to center. We now should be in our bodies a little bit more than we were at the start of this as we started to move them. And gently place one hand on your heart, one hand on your lower stomach. And I'm going to invite you, but not necessary, to close your eyes. I'm going to keep mine open just because I'm talking to you guys, but use these few moments right here to come back to your breath. Inhaling, filling up the lower part of your stomach, and exhaling, pulling your belly button towards your spine. So just taking notice, if you have thoughts, that's totally normal, but just try to be aware of them, not judge them, and bring your awareness back to the movement that your body makes with each inhale and with each exhale. Gently place your palms in your lap. With your eyes closed, anchoring in your breath, anchoring in the movement that it's making with the expansion and the contraction of each inhalation and exhalation. Come back to that intention, come back to that positive feeling that you would like to cultivate in your life. Holding it close to your heart space center. Letting that serve as your why for why you decided to stay in this workshop and practice right now. Now we're going to do a body scan. So with that intention held close to your heart, just take up and take notice to the space that you are surrounded by right now. What physical space is your body taking up on your floor, on your mat, on your chair? Noticing where your feet touch the ground. Traveling up your legs to your thighs. Feeling where your hands meet your knees or your thighs. Feeling space being created in your lower abdomen, wrapping around your ribs. Filling up through your chest. Making sure your shoulders are relaxed down your back. Relaxing your jaw, your tongue, your third eye center point. And really just breathing into spaces that you may feel are tense or tight. And in those tense and tight places, imagine that positive feeling, that positive intention that was your why, filling that up so it can carry with you throughout the rest of your evening. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release it, let it go. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Take a few moments as we collectively sit here together without me talking or guiding you through this. Just be in this stillness and be with your intention and sit with what that feels like. Take one more deep inhale. Hold it at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, let it go. If your eyes are still closed, please gently bow your chin to your chest. opening your eyes to one point on the floor, just not immediately looking at your screen, and slowly starting to lift your gaze. And then we're going to go back to your journal, back to your writing utensil and your piece of paper. And I just want you to take 2 minutes and free write. But I actually want you to write. So even if you don't know what to say, write, I don't know what to write. Be thoughts, feelings, sentences, one giant long run-on sentence. But this in and of itself is a helpful mindfulness practice. It's a release. Less than a minute, I'll let you finish up whatever you may be writing. I forgot to show you guys, I brought flowers for the occasion for all of you. And as you finish up your last thought, your last sentence, your last feeling, please revisit that feelings wheel and identify what's going on now. And again, you're more than welcome to share this with others. You're more than welcome to keep this privately for yourself. Hi, Brianna. And as we wrap this up together, and as you identify what you are feeling right now, again, please meet me in your grounded position. Inhale your arms high, clap it at the top, slide it down in front of your heart space center. I thank you for showing up and actively participating with me today. I know I'm here as the instructor, the teacher, the leader of this, but this is an equitable exchange and it always is. So I really appreciate your willingness to practice. And may the goodness that we collectively cultivated here shine with each one of you in the rest of your evening, in your thoughts and what you think, in your words and what you say, and in your actions and what you do. Namaste. Thank you so much, NAMI California. Thank you, Steph. Hi, Steph. I wanted to make sure we wrapped up on time here. I really appreciated being here. And the one note that I really want to emphasize and leave you guys with is that, you know, I said this in the beginning, but these mindfulness practices, they're not about eliminating thoughts, whether they be good or bad. It's just about bringing your awareness to the now to help you manage whatever life is throwing at you, and maybe slow things down a little bit. And even if you don't have 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes to sit down and do a meditation, or that may seem overwhelming to you, hand on heart, hand on stomach, purposefully breathing for 60 seconds is always available to each one of you. And it's a great reset. Yes, I do virtual classes. I'm going to put my email in the chat. That I also work with NAMI Westside LA. So this is my I guess you could say mindfulness email. And then for my business, my work email, Britt Turpack at namila.org. My other one. And then I'm on Instagram. There.
Thanks, Britt. That was
guys.
We have a little bit of time before our other group comes with us. So if anybody has any questions for Britt at this time.
I am an open book, so you are all more than welcome to ask me any question. And if not, that's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, grounding practices. You know, a cup of tea is a grounding practice. Like really just being here, like we can bring these to so many moments in our life. And I hope you guys, I can impart that on our time here together. Breath, it's everything.
Sorry, we're just waiting on the other group. Let's see. So after this, we will be done for the day. So I'm just going to wait about a few more minutes just to have our final goodbyes with everyone and let y'all know on what to look forward to tomorrow. And for any of the presenters who are still on here today, including you, Britt, I just want to thank you all so much for participating in this event. It means so much to me. Just to let you all know, I don't think that I formally introduced myself at the beginning. This is my first event that I put on for NAMI California. So my name is Sophia. I'm the NCHS coordinator at NAMI California. So if any of you are familiar with NAMI on Campus High School and are participating in that as an active club or in the process of becoming a club, I'm the person behind all of the emails. So
Sophia,
yes.
that was great.
Thank you.
Angela, I know she's on here somewhere.
I'm hovering in the background.
Yeah.
No, I echo everything that Sophia shared just on behalf of our entire team. Thank you to everyone that was here today, to all of our presenters, for all of you for diving in and being open to practicing grounding exercises and responding to our polls and just being a really interactive part of our day. We really appreciate that. And then a side note, a huge thank you to our team that worked behind the scenes, working on the technical aspects, hosting the rooms, doing all of those pieces. We can't do this work without the support of our full team. So thank you to everyone on the NAMI California team that was hovering behind the scenes to make this day possible. And then just a big shout out to Sophia for MC work today. You did a great job, Sophia. And we're really excited to have everyone come back tomorrow. So I will turn that back over to you, Sophia. Sorry, I had to hijack for thank yous.
No problem at all. I don't think I can ever say too many thank yous. Okay, so I'm just gonna, how many people do we currently have in the